All right, let's talk about the NFL, a league where fortunes can turn on a single play, where the best-laid plans often crumble under the weight of unforeseen circumstances, and where the relentless pursuit of a championship often leads teams down unexpected paths. We're talking about the San Francisco 49ers, a team that has consistently proven its mettle, a true contender, yet one that finds itself battling a relentless tide of injuries. And then we have the Las Vegas Raiders, a franchise seemingly adrift with a talented player who feels undervalued and wants out. So let me ask you this. Can you feel the palpable tension, the almost desperate yearning for a solution, as a Super Bowl-caliber team battles a relentless wave of injuries, while a proven, disgruntled receiver on a struggling rival practically begs for a new home? It's a scenario that feels ripped straight from a Hollywood script, a tantalizing what if that has the potential to reshape the landscape of the NFC. But is it just a fantasy? Or could this seemingly perfect storm of need and availability actually lead to a blockbuster deal that sends shockwaves across the league? This isn't just another trade rumor. This is a deep dive into a situation that, despite its inherent complexities and low probability, is generating significant buzz across the NFL. The San Francisco 49ers, a team that has consistently defied adversity, finds itself in a precarious position, desperately needing another reliable pass catcher. And the name that keeps surfacing, a beacon of potential relief, is Jakobi Meyers of the Las Vegas Raiders. It's a link that makes too much sense on paper, yet the path to making it a reality is fraught with organizational dysfunction, contractual headaches, and the ever-present drama of professional football. Let's start with the man at the center of this swirling speculation, Jakobi Meyers. He's a player who has consistently demonstrated reliability, sure hands, and a knack for making crucial catches. Yet, despite his on-field production, Meyers has been openly disgruntled with his contract situation, even going so far as to request a trade during the offseason. This isn't a new development. It's a simmering discontent that has now reached a boiling point as the Raiders' season continues to spiral. The Las Vegas Raiders, a team that entered the year with a certain level of expectation, have instead found themselves mired in a surprising struggle, currently sitting at a disappointing 2-5 record. The offensive struggles have been particularly glaring, with the team grappling with its quarterback situation and navigating the first season under head coach Pete Carroll. While the overall team performance has been underwhelming, it's crucial to note that much of this cannot be laid at the feet of Meyers. In fact, despite the chaos surrounding him, Meyers has managed to have a decent year, leading the Raiders in targets with 42, even after missing Week 7. This speaks volumes about his consistent effort and his ability to produce even in adverse circumstances. He's a professional, a player who shows up and performs regardless of the turmoil around him. From the sound of things, the consensus among many league insiders is that Meyers could indeed be on the move before the trade deadline. Cody Benjamin of CBS Sports, a keen observer of the NFL landscape, has specifically named Meyers as an ideal fit for the San Francisco 49ers in what he describes as a potential blockbuster deal. Benjamin's analysis highlights the 49ers' pressing need for pass-catching help, a need that has become increasingly urgent due to a relentless string of injuries. If there's one pass catcher set to change teams before the deadline, it's probably Meyers, who sought a trade even before the Raiders sunk to 2-5 on the season, Benjamin wrote. He may not be a massive needle mover as a possession receiver, but he still offers valuable depth and solid hands. Las Vegas may proclaim plans to win now, but Pete Carroll's operation just isn't clicking. This brings us to the San Francisco 49ers, a team that, despite its current 5-3 record, has been absolutely battered by injuries. It's been nothing short of impressive that they've managed to maintain their winning ways, a testament to the organizational strength and their deep understanding of how to win football games. Imagine for a moment a team losing key offensive weapons and yet still finding ways to grind out victories. This isn't just luck, it's a reflection of elite coaching, strategic depth, and a resilient locker room. However, even the most resilient teams have their breaking point, and the 49ers' wide receiver room has been particularly hard hit. With Brandon Ayuk currently sidelined, and the surprising development of Deebo Samuel being traded, the need for another reliable pass catcher has become critically apparent. While the 49ers have shown an incredible ability to adapt and overcome, relying solely on their remaining healthy players, no matter how talented, is a dangerous game to play in the unforgiving landscape of the NFL. Adding a player like Meyers isn't just about depth. It's about providing a consistent, trustworthy target for Brock Purdy, alleviating pressure on the remaining receivers, and ensuring the offense can continue to operate at a high level even when facing a gauntlet of injuries. Meyers' fit in San Francisco is compelling. He's not the flashy, game-breaking speedster who will take the top off a defense, but he is a quintessential possession receiver. He runs crisp routes, has an innate ability to find soft spots in zone coverage, and most importantly, possesses incredibly reliable hands. In a Kyle Shanahan offense that thrives on precision timing and YAC yards after catch, a player like Meyers could be an invaluable asset. He would provide a steady, dependable target on crucial third downs, move the chains, and keep drives alive. His veteran presence would also be a calming influence in a receiving core that has seen significant upheaval. He complements the remaining skill sets perfectly, offering a different dimension that the 49ers desperately need to maintain their offensive potency. But here's where the plot thickens and the path to a potential deal becomes shrouded in uncertainty: the Las Vegas Raiders' internal dynamics. According to ESPN's Jeremy Fowler, the Raiders moving on from Meyers wouldn't come as a surprise. Fowler even ranked Meyers as the fifth most likely player to be traded on his trade board, a clear indication of the league's perception of his availability. However, Fowler's report also paints a picture of an organization in flux, with conflicting views on how to proceed. Meyers wanted a new deal before the season and didn't get one despite a trade request. He appears poised for 2026 free agency. He leads the Raiders in targets, 42, despite missing Week 7, and he is drawing interest at an ideal time for a Raiders team in transition, Fowler wrote. But there's no consensus league-wide on exactly what Las Vegas will do. Multiple execs told me they believe the team is open to a deal, but is not actively looking for trade partners. Another, however, believes the Raiders would prefer to wait until after the season to make any sweeping changes, due in part to the presence of Pete Carroll. The type of offers that roll in over the next 2 weeks could determine the course of action here. This internal indecision is the ultimate wild card. While the Raiders might be open to a deal, the fact that they're not actively looking for trade partners suggests a certain level of passivity, perhaps even a reluctance to fully commit to a rebuild mid-season. The presence of Pete Carroll, a new head coach trying to establish his system and culture, might also contribute to a desire to avoid sweeping changes until the offseason. This means that any trade for Meyers would likely require the 49ers to be the aggressor, to make an offer so compelling that it forces the Raiders' hand, overriding any internal hesitation. The trade calculus for the 49ers is also complex. While they are a contending team, their draft capital might be limited, especially if they've already made other moves. What assets would they be willing to part with for a possession receiver, even one as reliable as Meyers? The Raiders, in their current state, would likely be looking for future draft picks or young, cost-controlled talent to aid their rebuild. The 49ers would need to weigh the immediate impact of Meyers against the long-term cost of acquiring him, especially given his impending 2026 free agency. Is he a rental, or do they envision him as a long-term piece? These are the tough questions that John Lynch and the 49ers front office will be grappling with. If the 49ers aren't willing to meet the Raiders' asking price, whatever that may be, then the opportunity might simply pass them by, forcing them to look at other wide receiver options that may become available. In the cutthroat world of the NFL, opportunities often arise from unexpected places, and the link between Jakobi Meyers and the San Francisco 49ers is undeniably intriguing. The 49ers have a clear, pressing need for a reliable pass catcher, a void exacerbated by injuries and roster changes. Meyers, a proven commodity, is openly seeking a new contract and is playing for a struggling team that might be ready to move on. It's a logical fit, a scenario that, on paper, could provide a much-needed boost to a Super Bowl contender. However, the path to this potential blockbuster is anything but clear. The Raiders' internal indecision, the conflicting reports on their willingness to deal, and the inevitable negotiation over trade compensation all present significant hurdles. This isn't a simple transaction. It's a high-stakes poker game, with both teams holding cards that could either unlock a championship run or lead to further frustration. The next few weeks will be critical as the trade deadline looms large and the fate of Jakobi Meyers and potentially the 49ers receiving core hangs in the balance. Will the 49ers make the aggressive move to acquire the disgruntled star, or will this tantalizing opportunity slip through their injured hands? What do you think? Is Jakobi Meyers the missing piece the 49ers desperately need to solidify their Super Bowl aspirations, or are the hurdles too high, the cost too great? Do you believe the Raiders will ultimately move him, or will they hold onto him despite his contract demands and their struggles? We want to hear your passionate takes, your strategic insights, and your unfiltered opinions in the comments below. And if you're as captivated by the intricate chess match of the NFL's trade market as we are, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more in-depth analysis and breaking news. Your engagement helps us bring you more of the content you love.